Yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Like a supermodel. What catwalk did you come from? Yeah. And like a genie in a bottle. I wouldn't even need 3 wishes, only one. And that's you, babe.
Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us today. Today we still have our beautiful special guests. I am Nolan Tcheng, your co-host.
I'm Nicole Lang.
McKeague.
Bianca Reyes.
Jared Shirai.
And Emily Baba.
Thank you guys for joining us today. Today we're going to kind of go through the next few months kind of slate of new entertainment. So shows, some movies, things that we're looking forward to, things that we'll probably kind of review or touch on as we get into the summertime. So the first one we're going to really start off with is the month of May.
The movie that I'm looking for is Top Gun. I mean, I'm old. We all know that. And Top Gun was something that I grew up with. And to see, Tom Cruise in this new role where he becomes that teacher, that role model that he was never really because he was a showboat and, the arrogant person in that first movie. Like to see that come full circle, I think we were talking about it at one point. Keoni said that like they were getting pretty good reviews for it. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, we want to see
We were
it too.
talking about
It
it.
looks good.
Like,
I
Yeah,
just
so-
watched the first one, so now I'm really excited for this one.
On top of that, Tom Cruise is doing all these crazy stunts. That
Yeah.
he does. I'm like,
That's
Right?
just that little preview where he's talking about what he's about to do for this movie. I mean, I just liking it back to when he did the Mission Impossible thing, hanging out the
He's a
plane.
beast.
It's crazy. He's
He's still he hasn't aged much because the first
Yeah.
Top Gun came out how long ago? And he's doing a second one of it now.
He's
and
kind
he
of
looking
hot.
fine. So just what I'm saying,
He's kind of hot.
he done been looking the same. Shoot.
Oh my
Just,
god.
he's
Yeah.
got it going on still.
I don't think he's that good looking, but I think it's because his teeth
Me
bother
neither.
me. His
Shoot.
midline's off.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not really into. I'm not a Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
It's like he looks
Love
kind
her
of
either,
ugly.
but-
That's what I was saying.
And he's
Yeah,
like he's like 5'6", isn't he?
Is he really?
Wow, so
Yeah,
what does
he's
that
so
matter?
short.
Gosh. So
No,
what
because
the
I think
heart-
like in
okay.
some movies they had to have him like for certain scenes stand on a box just to make him look more kind of like daunting in comparison to how his actor actually is.
I heard
It's
that
kinda
for Mission
funny.
Impossible as well. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
I was like, that's kind of funny.
Continuing on, what else is in May?
We have the Obi-Wan series coming out. For the
Yeah.
Star
I'm
Wars
excited for that
fans,
one.
Obi-Wan, the return of Ewan McGregor, the other McGregor, the first McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
Not
Conor
Connor.
McGregor. But yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think there always is stories to tell in between the prequels and what the original movies are, especially with what Obi-Wan was doing the whole time on the run, one of the last Jedi alive. And they're saying that they're probably going to make it into multiple series or multiple projects with him in that timeline. So I'm pretty excited. Nicole, what are your thoughts?
See, I like Star Wars more as a movie instead of TV shows. I didn't really get into Mandalorian, so I feel like I'm really not going to get into this one either. Like when I think Star Wars, I think I'm sitting in a movie theater watching it. So the shows don't really capture my eye too much.
So do you feel the same way about the Marvel shows then?
No, actually, those ones, I don't know what it is, but I feel like you can work those as a TV show as well. Because WandaVision, I really love that, and just because there's so many little side stories with that, I just think it works better. Obviously, it is with Star Wars, but I feel like because Star Wars has gone decades as movies, I always expect it to be a movie, and I expect to be sitting in the theater to watch it.
Growing up with Star Wars, the original 4, 5, and 6, and then moving through all that. Exactly, right? I'm old. But I don't know, it's kind of hard. I like that they like Marvel and everybody and just Disney in general is trying to do that whole backstory, try to fill in all the blanks and everything. But I do agree when it comes to Star Wars, it's one of those you look forward to sitting in that theater and listening to the music go off, and then the galaxy thing coming through, with all the light speed and whatever, and it starts going. And that's something that's never gonna get old. And so when it comes to it, I think that becomes like very nostalgic for me, and I would love that more. But like I'm in the same boat with the Marvel thing. Like when it comes to like WandaVision or Loki, like those series really they really kept my attention just because there's so many different quips to it, and I think and to be honest, I think I'm more of a Marvel fan than I am a Star Wars fan, just because, they have all those little stories that led up to Avengers and everything. And so you always want to see what the small little backstories and how it all plays into these little characters' lives.
Hey. But yeah, moving on. The next show is Stranger Things season 4. I believe it's supposed to release next week. From what I heard, they're releasing like the first 6 episodes right away at the end of May, and then the last 2 episodes.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
Okay. No, it's like I feel like I have to watch the last episode again because I kind of don't remember what really happened.
It's been a big distance.
Yeah.
I think it was released before pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So definitely been a couple years. But they said they're gonna save like the last 2 episodes so that it keeps people coming back membership wise. I think the last 2 are supposed to release in like the first week of July, so it's supposed to make sure that people don't like cancel their membership right after they do it, because I guess that's a thing where they'll do it for like a month, watch all the shows they need, cancel it, and then when another show comes out, they'll renew their contract.
It's funny. I was just about to say we literally just canceled our Netflix because I was like, right at this point, there's really nothing to watch on Netflix. That I mean, me and Nolan have Plex, but I was like, nothing on Netflix currently that's like brand new that I was like, I gotta keep this subscription. I got too many subscriptions. There's too many subscriptions in the world.
But yeah, I'm afraid of dinosaurs. Like I can't go on the Jurassic World ride. I get scared. I won't go on the new one because I'm scared of them.
You should get her.
So what we're saying is, when we come down and
I don't like lizards either. I don't like snakes.
When we come down, we go to Universal.
Like reptiles, period.
You guys better ride with me because I don't want to ride myself.
Wait, so when you guys come down, side note, are we doing Universal and Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Should I bring super glue for any cuts?
I totally forgot about that. For you, Keoni.
You cut open your finger and we super glued it shut at Disneyland.
Right.
You're like,
remember that?
Does anyone have any band-aids or anything? She's like, I have super glue. It's like, that'll work.
I just
That's
really
right because
that's
right because I cut open my hand.
That's right.
That's right. I forgot about that. I literally cut my hand right before we came up.
Yeah, she doesn't carry super glue anymore.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's good memory. I don't
I
remember.
think
I
it'll
completely
let
forgot
you
about that
bring.
too. No, I was just saying. I remember when you were like describing Nicole to me for the first time. You're like, yeah, she's like a fiery redhead that I'm dating. And I'm just like, oh, like in my head, I automatically thought, and you're like, yes, like Merida. And I was like, oh, okay. You said exactly what I was thinking in my head, and I was just like, oh, okay. So I was like, I
we're on the
imagined
same
before.
page.
Yeah, it was just ironic.
Merida.
No,
If you
everyone,
had
Anyway,
a
sorry.
chance to change your fate, would ya?
everyone says that to me. If you had
Would
a
ya?
chance to change your fate, would
Would
you?
ya?
Would you though, or no? No, I'm just joking.
Nah, bro.
Sorry. I'm excited.
Wow,
to
she's
see
been
this
on my
Came
lap
out
this
of
whole
nowhere.
time. She's been on my lap just clawing my leg. So the thing a lot of people were saying is they're upset because in the original, I guess, comic, she has like her power is supposed to be like she can expand her body, like make it grow. But
Like
I guess they
Elastigirl.
changed it to like cosmic looking energy. And they said people were thinking that they did it because they didn't want them to get like him and or her and Mr. Fantastic confused once they bring him in, because technically it's the same idea of expanding and growing your body. So they made it more like cosmic shield energy thingy. So a lot of people were upset about it.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Jared?
Because in
Your
the
thoughts?
game we
Emily,
play,
your
she
thoughts?
stretches, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Avengers game, or whatever game that is.
Yeah, she played the game.
I haven't even seen it, any trailers or anything for it.
Me
so.
either.
What are you doing?
Hey, wait. Nicole just said she didn't either, so you can't just.
What are
put
you
this one-
doing?
Nolan,
Yeah,
it's not
but she
all about
doesn't
you, Nolan.
unless I show her trailers.
True, that's true.
Not even gonna lie.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Are you in
Emily
season
watched
1
it-
or 2?
I'm on season 2, like episode 7 or something. Yeah, I kind of blew through it pretty quickly.
You binged it really hard. I was gonna say,
I was like,
yeah,
damn.
but yeah.
I mean, I was binging it when we were playing Warzone. Like I was watching it so that I could try and catch up by the time it comes out and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I know she won't have too much to say because I watched the first episode with Emily, and then I really wanted to make sure that I caught up. So like I kind of just left her and watched by myself.
He's like, I left her in the dust.
I left her in
Betrayal.
season 1, episode 1, but what
That's
is
like the worst thing you can do in a relationship.
Hey, and then Jared's gonna walk in. Emily, what are you watching? Loyalty.
Nolan,
What?
wait till I see you tomorrow.
What?
You're not helping anything.
Well, that does
don't
it
have
for
anything.
this episode of Poi N Soy podcast. If you survived through this episode of our tangents and off-topic things, we appreciate the support. Even if you got 5 minutes in and dipped out, we still got the viewer count. So thanks, guys. Anyways,
Joke's on you.
jokes on you. We got the support.
You clicked
Thank
it.
you guys for joining us on this episode of the Poi N Soy podcast. I'm your co-host, Nolan Tcheng. You can find me on my socials, Nolan KYT, Nolan KYT, Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff.
I'm Nicole Lang. You can find me at NIKKIE on everything. Except, wait, I do have TikTok, but I don't use it. So.
McKeague, KAYOHKNEE. That's Keoni on everything. Maybe.
Bianca, you can find me on Instagram __ Bianca Noami, spelled by BINCA
Bye, girl.
NOEMI.
And I am Jared Shirai. You can find me at Shirai, JSHIRAI, and pretty much everything.
And I'm Emily. You can find me on Instagram at ABABYLIME.
Perfect. Thank you guys for joining us on this podcast. It was quite the adventure with different paths and things that we were talking about. But the main idea is the things that we're excited for the upcoming months to watch shows and movies. Thank you again for the support. Feel free to leave a comment, rating, anything, subscribe. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Good vibes and love, everybody.
Bang,
Bang.
Like a genie in a bottle.
Sick of you guys.
I wouldn't even need 3 wishes, only one. And that's you, baby. You turn heads in every room that you enter. You got every man in this place saying, look at her.